I wanted to share a couple of helpful references with you. This website right here is called caniuse.com, and CanIUse is a website that highlights many of the new CSS3, HTML5, and in addition other new technologies, and lets you know if they're supported or not in the various browsers. So for instance, if I come to the list here and if I want to find out if there's support for media queries, I can go ahead and click the media query link and it takes me to the media query page, and it'll let me know on this page if the various browsers support it. So any browser that's highlighted in green is browser that has full support. So you can see that pretty much all of the new browsers completely support media queries. You can see in the IE column that as of IE 8, that's when it does not support media queries. And if I hover over this little IE 8 bar, it lets me know that this isn't supported, but it has a polyfill available that will force support. Polyfills are simply scripts that you can add, just like what we did in the last exercise, that HTML5 shiv, that you can add to your web page that forces those older browsers to support the specific features that you're trying to incorporate. So this is a really helpful website. You can see that it kind of gives me a usage stat with overall support, which browsers have partial support, and it gives me a total. So media queries seem really safe to use. One thing that you might want to do on the CanIUse website is to click Show All Versions, because this will let you go back to multiple versions, and sometimes because they're constantly updating a lot of the browsers, especially with Chrome and Firefox and whatnot, that you don't really get the whole picture until you go way back. Now, as you can see, the media queries, they're well supported. You may need to add some sort of polyfill for these older versions of IE, but other than that, all the other browsers that you're probably going to be targeting fully support media queries. That isn't always the case with some of these other features, but you can certainly come to the list, specify if it's CSS or HTML5 or something else, and then check the support in the various browsers. Another helpful resource is HTML5 Please, and HTML5 Please allows you to look up HTML5, CSS3, and other features and find out how you should use them if you are going to be required to use polyfills or fallback content. So if we scroll down on the page, you can see that there's all sorts of different CSS and or HTML5 or APIs or whatever, and it lets me know if I can use them, if they need to be used with a polyfill or fallback, or if they're cautionary items, or if I should avoid them altogether. Here you can see we have media queries and it says use. If I want to expand this, it lets me know more detailed information. So it says that, yeah, media queries work on all modern browsers, i.e. 6, 7, and 8 do not understand them, but you can go ahead and use some sort of polyfill to force it to work with those older browsers. They're recommending that you use respond.js, and we'll talk about some of these other things a little bit later on. It does give you warnings about these things. I like this website because it's really concise and it just really gives you the information that you may need quickly and easily. So these two resources are caniuse.com and html5please.com.